I want to bring in Scott Bauer. He's the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. He's joining us to have a look at a couple that he's got his eye on. Scott, thanks for dialing in here today. I want to talk about some of these retailers, some of these big box names that you've got your eye on. Let's talk JCPenney's first and what's going on there. I noticed they were on the move today.
Definitely on the move. You know, I mean, God, you look at this and they may be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange here. The new CEO is really trying to do everything possible to not only turn this thing around, but just, I guess, to keep it salvageable, in my opinion. You know, they've undertaken initiatives. They're changing their logo, store designs, doing brand makeovers, this, that, and the other. They've actually even exited the appliance business so they can focus more on these other categories. Yeah, I don't know, Ben. I mean, this one, the only thing I see here as possible upside is maybe somebody comes in that wants some sort of footprint somewhere and wants the real estate end of it, and maybe there's some upside because of that. But otherwise, man, oh man, this is just, it's, what do you say about this?
You know, Scott,
what do you say about this?
It looks to me like they're taking the path that we've seen so many others take that couldn't adjust and couldn't adapt to the market, a digital market. I mean, I'm thinking of some names like Sears, for example. This is a perfect example when you look at this chart. But we also have Macy's, which is on the move here today as well, ticker symbol M. Talk to me in terms of what you're seeing there, because I noticed I looked earlier, they were lower as well here, down 3%. Another stock that's hanging out near the year low prints. It's been trending lower. This is a stock that came off highs from last fall. We're talking 38, 39 area, I think it was, into the December weakness we saw across the broader market. But talk to us about what you're seeing here. A similar situation in terms of Macy's. I mean, is it going to get as bad as what we're seeing here in terms of JCPenney's? Are they next?
I mean, I don't mean to be gloom and doom here, Ben, but you look at Macy's, who was, you know, the king or queen, however you want to look at it, really, in retail, and they got stuck in their own ways, and they just did not adapt quickly enough or you know, I guess well enough to the e-commerce side of things. I mean, the numbers really speak for themselves. I mean, their revenues are down 10% over the last 5 years. Operating profits are down 50%. Like you said, the stock was just trading, you know, just a year ago, really, at this time, it was trading $40, and, you know, it's trading $15 right now. And man, oh man, I don't see a way out of it for them. I really don't. Even with the busy holiday season coming up here, they've tried to optimize their supply chain, which, you know, would lower some of the logistics expenses. I just don't see it happening coming forward here, especially coming into the holiday season.
Scott, last time I was in a Macy's, I commented to the store clerk, I was buying a jacket, and I said, hey, every time I'm in here, these suit coats, they get cheaper and cheaper every single time. Right. And he said, that's the magic of Macy's, my man. And I said, hey, that magic, I mean, at that rate, you guys are going to disappear at some point. That's not the kind of magic act you want to have, right? Let's talk about Kohl's, though, ticker symbol KSS, currently trading down on the day by 2.5%.
So here's one, actually, and I'm not going to continue to be gloom and doom. Here's one that I actually think has some real decent upside. And the stock doesn't look so great technically right here. But longer-term fundamentals here, especially with their relationship with Amazon, which I certainly believe can only grow from this point forward, I really think there's some really good upside potential here. You know, they didn't have a bad August, a bad back-to-school season where many of the other retailers did, and, you know, their management has come out and saying they're really optimistic about North America and China going forward here. And I really think that their relationship with Amazon can only grow at this point. And listen, if you're going to be in bed with another retailer, who else do you want to have some sort of relationship with? So, you know, Kohl's may be bottoming out here. If you go back just about to October of 2014-ish. Okay, actually, I'm sorry, 2 years ago. You can see this thing bottoming back out here around the $40 level, $41 level. We're not so far off from there. Okay. I think that is a level that is really important to watch. If we get down there, I want to be a big buyer of the stock, actually. I really do. This is the one that I really think, Ben, does have some upside potential.
All right, let's talk Nike while we're talking retailers and apparel, and let's talk about earnings headed our way for ticker symbol NKE. What are you looking for there, Scott? It's next week, right?
Yeah, next week earnings, the trade in here has been really sideways for pretty much this whole year. I mean, it's really traded in quite the channel. And, technically it's coming up to that point here where there's some big resistance, but if it breaks through, there's nothing up above. The thing I like about what management has talked about, even though they put out some warnings here, their North American business has returned to growth after a major downturn. And their China business is actually expanding even in the midst of all the tariff, stuff that's going on right now. So management has come out. They did not raise their guidance last time. They were cautious, but they maintained their guidance. So I really like that. And I think from a technical standpoint here, it would not surprise me that earnings next week, if they come out with any sort of glimmer of hope, here, this stock rockets above those highs that we've seen right around the $89, $90 area. I really see a lot of nice upside for Nike.
Yeah, certainly one that could get a lift should we get some more optimism or something definitive in terms of U.S.-China trade talks, and one that definitely expresses optimism ahead of earnings. We saw that as they rallied into that $90 level back earlier this spring, and then they came off a bit. Hey, Scott, this is a great breakdown on a handful of stocks. I really appreciate you joining us and dialing in today to be here with us. That's Scott Bauer, the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, though, we're taking a look at